Hi everyone. So it's a pleasure to have Dr. Rishita with us today. So she secured the rank of 10 in PGI this year, and she had got a rank of 302 in AIMS. And so I congratulate you on your performance, Rishita.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
It's been a wonderful journey from 302 to 10, two-digit number, and you have done extremely well. So tell me about you have given the NEET exam, right?
Yes.
So as we were discussing before, she secured 5,000 rank in NEET, and she has come down to 10. So within a span of just 5 to 6 months, she has improved her rank like ultimate. And so what is your key strategy behind what did you do in these 5 months for your preparation?
In these 5 months, I did a lot of I did a lot of tests on Prep Ladder. I
Mm-hmm.
almost gave all the previous ones also. The last year, which I didn't given last year, so I gave it all of them.
Hmm.
And almost every 2 weeks, I used to give one test on Prep Ladder.
Okay.
So from those tests, I used to identify what topics I'm deficient in. So
Mm-hmm.
I used to revise them or on the videos, and I even given the TNT on Prep Ladder.
Okay.
So it was very useful, especially the surgery and medicine, because they are huge subjects.
Hmm.
So we can't cover all the videos. So I found the TNT of medicine and surgery very useful. Apart from the tests on Prep Ladder, the tests were the best part on Prep Ladder.
So you started your preparation in January, right? After your NEET exam. So what was your sequence of preparation? I mean, I wanted to make the students clear about this fact that you started with the videos as well as you were preparing notes or you were doing the Q bank. What was the sequence behind that?
The notes I already had. Last year I prepared all my notes
Okay.
that in case I need to take a drop, I'll study the notes.
Hmm.
So notes I prepared last year only. So
Okay.
this 6 months, every week I used to finish off one subject. Almost 1 to 2. I gave 1 to 2 weeks depending on the length of the, like, for short subjects for a few days, and for medicine and surgery I used to cover in parts.
Okay.
So by April, I think by the starting of April, I managed to finish the course.
Mm-hmm.
And in April and May, I did just tests from Prep Ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Every week, I used to give different tests, and even the previous year papers were also available on the app, which were very helpful for me. Even the JIPMER test also I had appeared on Prep Ladder.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So after giving all the tests, I got I had some confidence in myself that yes, I can appear the main exams.
Right. So talking about the PGI experience, let me ask you this: that how was your PGI exam? What mindset did you have when you appeared for that exam?
PGI exam, I'd gone to Bombay for appearing my PGI exam.
Hmm.
So it was good. The paper was very good as compared to AIMS. Because this time AIMS paper was a little bit unexpected. I didn't
Hmm.
expect it. No clinical questions were less asked. It was more of
Actual question.
neat paper, and even images were not there. ECG was not there.
Hmm.
So, but the same question, but actually this time PGI asked more of clinical questions, and images were also there.
Hmm.
So my preparation didn't go into waste, which I had prepared for AIMS. So it got, like, it was balanced in PGI exam.
So your AIMS preparation had an effect on the projection was on your PGI exam. You have scored
Exactly, exactly.
really well. There was a quite a lot of improvement from your NEET to the AIMS as well. You scored 5,000. You have come down to 382, and then next to you have 10 rank, right? Rishita, we want if you compare the online platform as well as the face-to-face interaction right now during the COVID situation, nobody was attending face-to-face, right? So, what was the experience with the online platform, especially the Prep Ladder? How it helped in your preparation?
The online platform, it is equally good as face to face. I don't find it like different Actually it is even more helpful. You can sit in your like home or in your room and watch all those videos at comfort, and no need to sit for such long hours in the classroom. So
Right.
actually I find the online platform more easy and comfortable. It's good.
Okay.
It was comfortable.
Who are your favorite teachers, by the way, for the?
My favorite teachers are Dr. Marwa sir from medicine, general medicine,
Hmm.
Ritesh Singh from general surgery,
Hmm.
and Dr. Apurva Mehra sir from orthopedics. And I even liked his motivational videos, which he used to upload on YouTube.
Right. So, what
I
did
just
you
saw
like
them
about
before.
them? Means every teacher has a different specification. They have a way of teaching. What especially you liked about Dr. Manohar and Dr. Booth?
Marwa sir, his concepts were very clear. Like
Hmm.
all those videos, especially I watched all the emergency ones because they are emergency medicine is very important for your central institute exams.
Hmm.
I watched all those videos, so they
Hmm.
were crystal clear, and even uploaded video on ARDS with, because as COVID is a hot topic for exams, so
Right.
uh, so I even saw his video, and all the even the you had uploaded a COVID, all you need to know about COVID on YouTube.
Right.
So
Right.
I watched that video before because you can't get COVID from your textbooks, general standard books. So you have to rely upon these sources only.
Right.
So I just watched that video before COVID, and in AIMS, a few questions were asked
Hmm.
on COVID topic, but in PGI there were no questions.
Okay. So, if you want to dissect your preparation into few key points, which students will be helpful to know, what key points you want to specify that this is just required for the preparation, and if a person is having very less time, right?
Yes.
He just have 5 to 6 months, and he want to secure a rank like you. So, what probably he should be doing to score that rank?
Actually, generally people think that we have to complete the entire syllabus,
Right.
which I would suggest that it's a wrong thing to think, because medicine is a vast subject. We
Hmm.
can't cover it. We can't cover it in 1 year or 2 years. We
Hmm.
have to first analyze what they have asked in previous year papers. We
Hmm.
have to write them down, and according to that, we have to study those important topics only
Hmm.
from your notes. Notes you should you should have. And you should study from them, and I'll suggest that we should give at least one test per week or every 14 days, because after doing those questions only we come to know that what are our weak points, because even after studying so much we are not able to identify what is our weak area. So after giving papers only we come to know our deficient ones, the deficient
So,
areas.
how were you coping up with your weak subjects?
I practiced a lot. Like ECG was my weak subject, and even anatomy
Hmm.
was very weak. So I saw a lot of images
Hmm.
from the atlas, and for AIMS they ask a lot of that, this cadaveric images.
Right, right,
They
right.
ask a lot of that. So I covered all the important ones from the atlas, and for ECG I practiced the question bank on this prep ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Three four modules were there for ECG on
Mm-hmm.
prep. So I solved all of them. Like lot of almost 200 questions were there for ECG, which is like more than enough if you are weak in ECG.
Okay, that's a great point you have already mentioned. Uh, Supposedly, were your preparation different when you went for the AIMS exam or for the PGI? Any particular subject you were focusing for AIMS or for the PGI?
For AIMS, emergency medicine is very important, and the first year and second year subjects, I feel for anatomy you have to look through all the cadaveric images, because they're asking a lot of those these days.
Mm-hmm.
And pathology and pharma is very important. All the this Gobind Rai sir, he had uploaded lot of videos on pharma, so I used to watch all the new ones, because we don't remember the new drugs. It's very difficult to remember all. So we have to for pharma I feel that you have to study every 10 to 20 days, like in between, because we tend to forget pharma a lot. So to revise them, we should, see them again and again. Like apart, like in general medicine and surgery, you need not see them again. If your concept is clear, then it's clear. No need to visit those topics again. But for pharma and for microbiology, especially, you have to visit them regularly. Otherwise, it won't retain in our brain.
Right. So in this year exam, PJ also had the video-based and image-based questions, right? So any particular subjects they were focusing on for the viewers, just to know that in next time PJ can ask image-based questions.
Every time the PJ had a lot of theoretical questions. This time clinical
Right.
questions were asked. I remember when ECG was there in PJ.
Okay.
And some instruments were also there. 2-3 instruments are actually, I am not able to,
Not
I'm
able
not
to
able
recall. Right. I
to
can
recall.
understand that. Right. So before we end this conversation, any take-home message for all the students?
That you should have a plan before you start anything, that when will I end, make a timetable and make a plan, and have some faith in yourself and be cool and calm. So
Right.
everything, like if you work hard, then definitely you'll achieve your goal. So
Were you aggressive in the exam or defensive in PJ exam?
in AIMS, I was aggressive. I attempted 195 out of 200. That's why I got a bigger rank. But
Okay.
in PG, I knew that you can't take risk. The negative it's 100%. So
Hmm.
I was not aggressive in PG. I did like how much is required. I attempted those questions only. But this time PGI was not lengthy. The options were very small, and so I didn't take a lot of time in completing my paper.
Right. So you have raised a very good point as far as the time management is concerned. One thing is very important. PJ has 1250 options to be marked, right? And it takes a whole lot of time. How are you managing this? The
Yeah,
time.
I completed my, actually I give my I'm very fast in giving my paper. I completed my paper in 2 hours 15 minutes. In the
Wow.
end, I had 45 minutes. So actually, I had marked some questions which I had to
Review.
see them again.
Okay.
So in the end, I could revise almost 100 to 150 questions.
Right.
So, but this time the paper was actually not so lengthy as
Okay.
compared to the last. This time the options were very small. Like a lot of time was not, wasted in each question.
Right.
So it was a good paper. PJ was very good.
Okay. So I wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. So where are you taking the seat now? In
Yeah,
PJ, which seat you are taking?
I am planning to take pediatrics from PGI Chandigarh.
Wow. Many congratulations. Please give my regards to your parents as well, and hope you have everything what you have wished for. Thank you for sharing your valuable advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Take care.